welcome to Bar with Mary. Today's class is focused on the deep core and the pelvic floor. So this class is going to look a little bit different than my traditional classes. We're going to be moving really slowly, and we'll slowly build as we move through class. So a lot of talking at the front end of class, and then applying that in harder and harder exercises as we move through the class. This is an amazing class if you are coming back from an injury, if you are pregnant or you're postpartum, if you have low back issues and you're just not quite sure why, or honestly, this is a really great class if you just want to have a deeper understanding of how your core works. This will be really applicable to all of your other workouts. So this is a really great class to help get you stronger and more in tune with your body as you get into more rigorous workouts. So for equipment, a Pilates ball is all you need. You don't have a Pilates ball, no big deal at all. Just grab yourself anything that's about the width of a Pilates ball. So you could grab a towel and roll it up. You could grab a pillow from your bed or from a couch. Anything like that will be great. And we're actually gonna start with the ball off to the side, just seated in any comfortable position that you would like. So we can talk a little bit. What is your pelvic floor? Your pelvic floor is the base of your pelvis. It's a collection of muscles that knit together at the very bottom, and they draw upward as an engagement, okay? So your pelvic floor and your diaphragm are really deeply connected. Your diaphragm is the muscle that helps you breathe. It's what controls your lungs. So when you inhale, your diaphragm draws down to allow the lungs to expand. When your diaphragm draws down, so does your pelvic floor. So as counterintuitive as it may seem, when you inhale is when you relax your pelvic floor. Now when you exhale, the diaphragm comes up. It contracts upward so that the lungs can expel the air. As your diaphragm contracts up, so does your pelvic floor. So on the exhale is when you want to contract and lift the pelvic floor. Okay, that information is going to be applied for the entirety of class. Just know, inhale, pelvic floor relaxes. Exhale, pelvic floor engages and lifts. Great. Grab your ball and meet me on all fours. The ball, or whatever you're using, comes in between your thighs. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. I just want you to find a cat-cow to start here. You inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Keep going like that. Just really letting yourself connect with your breath. Knowing that you're doing this really fantastic thing for your body. Even if it's not going to be super sweaty or, super shaky or anything like that, this is such important work, such amazing work for you to do, and it's going to make all of your workouts so much more effective. Last time here. Meet me in a neutral spine, and if you're not quite sure what a neutral spine looks like, maybe take yourself in front of a mirror, okay? You want to find a nice natural curve to your low back, so you're not dropping the belly, and you're not squeezing the butt here. The seat is relaxed, and you're wrapping the sides of your waist in. You have a nice natural curve to your low back, and we're lifting the belly up to help support that natural curve. Soften your elbows just a little bit, and really feel how your collarbones spread wide here. Take a big inhale, feel how your pelvic floor relaxes. As you exhale, we're going to squeeze the ball and we're going to lift the pelvic floor. That's all I want you to focus on to start. Inhale, release the squeeze on the ball. Exhale, pelvic floor draws in and up. So what does that mean? As you exhale, I want you to feel your sitting bones squeeze in gently towards one another. So your sitting bones wrap in. You're feeling how your pelvic floor can hug in and up, almost like an elevator pulling up towards your belly button. Keep going with this beautiful pelvic floor engagement, okay? We're gonna layer on a little bit more. Inhale, relax the squeeze on the ball. Exhale, you engage the pelvic floor, and then we also feel the low belly lifting up to the ceiling. Inhale, release everything. Exhale, sitting bones draw together, low belly lifts. Feel that deep engagement, beautiful. Keep going with this. Layer on a little bit more. Pelvic floor engages as you squeeze the ball. Low belly lifts and your front low ribs knit in. Inhale, let everything soften. Exhale, put it all together. Sitting bones squeeze together as you squeeze the ball. Low belly lifts, ribs hug in. Inhale, release. Beautiful. 2 more times just like that. Exhale, breathe, breathe, breathe. Squeeze the ball, lift the pelvic floor, lift the abdominals, hug the ribs in. Last time. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Keep going, just tuck your toes as you inhale. On your exhale, squeeze the ball, lift the pelvic floor, lift the belly, lift the low ribs, and then hover your knees so you come to a bear plank position. Go back to that breathing pattern. Inhale, release the squeeze on the ball. Exhale, everything engages. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. So as you squeeze the ball and fire up the abdominals, be sure that you're not squeezing your glutes as well, okay? So glutes stay soft. This is all about the deep core activating. So you feel the sides of your waist wrapping in towards your belly button. You feel the front low ribs knitting in and drawing up to the ceiling. 2 more times. Inhale, release the squeeze on the ball. Exhale, draw it in. Last time, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Tap the knees, untuck the toes, walk the arms forward, finding a puppy dog pose. Awesome job. So at its most basic, that is deep core and pelvic floor engagement, okay? So I want you to continue thinking about those 3 things. The sitting bones drawing in, the low belly band hugging back, and the ribs knitting in and drawing back as well. Those 3 things are going to become more and more challenging as we move on here. One more big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Swing your legs around in front of you, bringing the ball with you. The ball stays in between your thighs. We're going to bend the knees. And we're going to flex the feet, driving the heels down into the mat, okay? Reach your arms out long. Take an inhale, sit tall. Release the squeeze on the ball. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Sitting bones in. Low belly back. Ribs in and back. Beautiful. Inhale, release. Exhale, do all those things, but as you do them, hinge your torso back. Inhale, soften, lift. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Hug the abdominals in. Inhale up. So this is the exact same thing we were just doing in that bear plank position. We just spun it around, okay? So now as you hinge back, you're asking a lot more work out of your abdominals because you're adding the weight of gravity as you hinge your torso back. At any point, if you find that the variation is getting too challenging and you're losing the connection to your abdominals, then just reel it back, okay? I'm gonna keep getting it more and more challenge here. 2 more times. Exhale, hinge it back. Inhale, lift it up. Last one, squeeze the ball. We're gonna hold that hinge back. Beautiful. Inhale, release the squeeze of the ball. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Sitting bones draw together. Low belly pulls back. Ribs hug in. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. Keep going like that. If you're looking for a little bit more, as you squeeze the ball, I want you to float your arms overhead. Inhale, lower the arms, release the squeeze. Exhale. Inhale. So I'm starting to get that little shake as I lift my arms up because we're adding so much more weight to this abdominal contraction. If you're feeling your hip flexors, that's okay. We added the weight work of the hip flexors in once we added the hinge back of the torso, right? 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Now this time I want you to hold it with the arms lifted. Squeeze the ball. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. 3 more times. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more. Squeeze. Last time, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Lower yourself all the way down onto your back. Keep the ball. Lock the feet in and grab the ball from in between your thighs. If you want a moment to release the hip flexors, go ahead and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Whew. Okay. Final series is going to be down here on the mat. Stack your knees and then reach the ball up to the sky. Ball is in between your palms. Soften the shoulders down into the mat and let your head be really heavy here. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, you're going to squeeze in on the ball just like you were on your thighs, but now it's in between your hands. Inhale, release the squeeze. Exhale, squeeze in. Think back to those 3 things, okay? Inhale. Exhale, you've got it. Sitting bones draw in. Low belly pulls down, ribs knit together. Inhale, soften. And then exhale, re-engage. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Keep going with this. Or walk your feet all the way together. And on your next exhale, squeeze, float the legs up, tabletop. Inhale, release them back down to the mat. Exhale, squeeze the ball, fire the abdominals, then lift the legs. Inhale, lower them back down. Keep going like that. Beautiful work. So maybe you feel like you've lost the connection to the abdominals. That is super common, okay? In this position, it is much easier to arch your back and release your abdominals. So reel it back if you need to. Take the ball out of the equation if that's what needs to happen. Really focus on, as you float your legs up, can you knit your low ribs in and pull them down towards the mat? Now notice if your low back is changing shape as you lift and lower your legs. The low back should not be changing shape. The abdominals are working to lift the legs and lower them, keeping the pelvis stable, keeping the low back nice and long. 2 more times. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, squeeze the ball, lift. Last one. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Hold that lift so the knees are stacked over the hips here. Inhale, release the squeeze on the ball. Exhale, draw the hands in. Again, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. You can stay right here, or as you squeeze the ball, heels are going to stay together, knees are going to butterfly open. Inhale, they draw back together, you release the squeeze. Exhale, squeeze the ball, butterfly the thighs. Inhale, and keep going like that. So a little bit of oblique focus now, right? So by getting this work of externally rotating the legs, you're asking a little bit more out of the obliques. The obliques are the muscles that line the sides of your waist. They are what allow you to twist from side to side. So really feel as you squeeze the ball and butterfly the thighs open, that your right bottom rib is trying to tap your left hip bone, and your left bottom rib is trying to tap your right hip bone. So you have this beautiful X shape wrapping across your body. 2 more. Last one. Hold the knees together, big breath in. This is it. On your exhale, squeeze the ball and maybe extend the legs out to straight. Inhale, bend the knees in. Exhale, reach them straight, squeeze the ball. 2 more. Last one. Bend the knees, hold it. Take an inhale. As you exhale, this is it. Maybe stretch the legs straight. Maybe reach the ball back. Squeeze the ball in. Pull the low belly down, and 1 more time, check in. Big breath in. Exhale, sitting bones squeeze in. Low belly pulls down, ribs knit together. Hold here and breathe. 4. Squeeze the ball. 3. 2. Ditch the ball. Hug the knees in. Amazing work. Rock from side to side. Awesome job. So I'm sure your hip flexors activated a little bit too. That is okay. I understand how frustrating it can be if you feel more hip flexors than deep core. So that's why I always suggest bringing it back if you need to, okay? Take your hands to the tops of your knees and gently trace circles. Awesome job today. So one thing that I think we often forget when it comes to being strong and really focusing on how we want to feel in our bodies, reverse the circle, is that it is equally as important to know how to release a muscle as it is to know how to engage a muscle, right? It's a truly strong muscle you can fully contract and you can fully release. So a lot of us aren't great about releasing our pelvic floors. One position that is really great for releasing your pelvic floor is happy baby. So let's go there. Maybe you grab the inside of your feet. Personally, I like to wrap my hands around my shins and kind of press my thighs open a little bit. And then think back to that information you got at the beginning of class. Your inhale is when your pelvic floor relaxes, and your exhale gently engages. So really think about on your inhale, trying to release the pelvic floor. So the opposite of what you were doing before. You're not pulling it in and up. You're letting it relax down and out. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, big breath in. Let it go. Find a full body stretch here, reaching the legs long, reaching the arms up. Let your rib cage open, let your low back arch, really stretching the whole front line of the body. Find your way up to a seated position, any seated position that feels good for you. And that is your class. Amazing work. If you have any questions, if you have no idea what I was talking about, if you want more classes like this, please let me know. I love to hear from you. And as always, I will be back next week with a brand new bar class. See you back here on the mat then. Have a great day.